Hi, this is Tina from Inner Delight, and welcome to another We Uplift segment. And joining us again today is the beautiful Jerry Sherwood from Your Great Life. Welcome back, Jerry.
It's your great life. Oh, that's right. It's our great life. I got it. Now it came.
You know, one of the things that I just feel so fortunate, so very blessed to be able to have this technology at our disposal, to be able to connect with people from all over the world through meeting in whispering energy, using social media. And here I am. I'm in the Netherlands at the moment, and you're in Kansas, the middle of the United States. And here we are being able to connect and have these amazing sharings. It's so exciting.
It is. I love it. I just love it. It's
Yeah.
great.
Wow. And I would love for you to share a little bit about maybe some of the processes that you use, or uh, well, how do we call it? A technique, a process.
It's a little bit of both. Really, what you call it really isn't so important as what actually can occur. So, sure, I'd be happy to share some of that.
Love to hear.
Would you like to? I think the optimal way to start would be with precisely what it was that introduced me to the work of Tom Stone, Great Life Technologies, which was the gap exercise. I have another way that I also use with it called the open door for those who have a little bit more of a problem in accessing it this way. So if anyone doesn't quite have some success in this way, then just let me know. Come on Facebook or whatever and say, hey, tell me about the open door, and I'll be able to share that directly with you. I have some recordings of that and so forth. But the simplest and most direct way, and I find to be quite accessible to almost everyone I've ever seen it introduced to, is simply called the GAP, Greater Awareness Places. That's what the acronym stands for. Tom loves acronyms, and so every one of his techniques actually are not only a word that points very directly at what we do, but also is a description in more detail of what occurs. So the Greater Awareness Place, or the GAP exercise, is something that can really point you very quickly to your true nature. I will say to begin with, to any of you who have gone through many, many years of sitting and so forth, and I'm not disparaging that one way or the other because at all, matter of fact, because those are great and wonderful ways to be able to go. But sometimes everyone gets the idea that in order that it's got to be this great endeavor and a lot of work and so forth. So a lot of ideas and a lot of thoughts get built up around about what our true nature is supposed to look like. And it's actually very simple because as Buddha and as anyone taught, and Jesus taught as well, it's all right there within. It's always already here. It's just being able to notice it. So I'll ask you and everyone, if you just take a moment, and there's no reason to watch the screen. We're going to go ahead and close your eyes. Or I might close mine at times too, so whether you're watching the screen or not doesn't make any difference. I tend to do that. But close your eyes, and I just first want you to notice what's going on. Notice the sensations, the feel of the chair, the temperature in the room, perhaps. All of the physical sensations that are going on. You might notice your breath as it goes in and out. Not looking to change anything, simply noticing. And you might also notice that there are thoughts and feelings that occur. The frequency and the streaming of this will vary from individual to individual. It doesn't make any difference one way or the other. We're not trying to stop anything. We're not trying to change anything. Simply noticing. And open up more and more so that you notice everything as it occurs without being caught in the particulars. Now you might notice also that thoughts that come and go have a beginning and an end. And if you can, notice that. You may also notice the space or gap between the thoughts. And allow yourself to pay more and more attention to that gap. You can also notice if the gap is so small you don't really feel that you can notice it, that sort of like off to the side, as if you were viewing clouds. There is a space in which thoughts, feelings, sensations all arise. The quiet stillness, an open space, of awareness. Allow yourself to be aware of awareness. Being fully aware that you are aware. Now, Tina, yeah, there you go. Nothing more need to be said. Quite spacious, quite open, quite you. You know?
Oh, it's amazing. It's that feeling. It's like when doing yoga. That's the best thing I can compare it to, without having to do any physical stretching.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's what we experience in those moments when we walk upon a beautiful scene we've never seen before, or see a beautiful picture, or a beautiful person, or a beautiful experience, and it just goes, wow, and your mind stops. And that's the sensation that comes over. And it's not a sensation that comes from the outside. It's actually just tapping in and being in contact with the joy inherent within that. And even joy is just one characteristic. It's just, there is no description, because the descriptions all take away from what it is, you know. But we can see and note certain qualities sometimes that speak to us and what we need. In other words, one person might have gone into this and said, oh, it's so peaceful. Another might have said, oh, it sparkles with potential and possibilities. Whatever arises as you begin to realize this as yourself, or whatever it is that you bring back with it, is important. So you take that, but don't grab onto it too tightly. Don't make it a definition, because what you've just stepped in, and stepping into wrong, what you have just realized is beyond description, and beyond words, and beyond all else. And take those with a grain of salt, and just know that you can live from that spot, from that. All of your attention, all of your relationships, everything can come from there. They start out pure, and they can remain pure the more and more that you actually know yourself to be that.
Amazing.
So that's one aspect.
You got me speechless.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. I would like to share with you, and maybe we can do another session. I would also like to share one of the techniques we use in helping to clear up some of the things that take us away from that. I don't even want to say away from who we are. that appear to take us away, and that create the veil of separation between us and our true nature, by getting us caught up in personal dramas and stories and events that seem so far removed from that they can't possibly mean anything. But it does, because it's always there, and indeed those events and dramas, if you will, are drawing ourselves back to pay attention to the patterns of behavior that have become established that keep us from realizing the greatness of being in this life, or as this life, being this life.
Gosh,
would you like to do that?
Yes, fabulous. Gosh, I feel the feeling I have right now is as if I have just had a really good nap, or just been out in nature for a while, and so fast. It feels like I've been away for ages. It's amazing.
Good. And I know you definitely. So it's a wonderful technique, and I thank Tom Stone again at Great Life Technologies for having introduced it. And you can also, anybody can visit his site as well, greatlifetechnologies.com. Does some wonderful work and so forth. Check out what they do and whatever. I have great a lot of gratitude in my heart for what he's provided in terms of doing it. Now, I presented the technique a little bit different there than directly what he does, because as I said, and as he always said, as tells people, is that, in the end, the techniques are there, the guidelines are there, but they're pretty bare, but you'll make them, you'll know if you are in touch. The more you function as the fullness of your being, then those techniques may indeed vary from individual from time to time. And so, you don't get so caught up in the technicalities and the structure as it is simply into the pointing, and however that comes about at any time. So.
Wonderful. Well, shall we do that in the next segment?
I'd love to.
Great. Well, for people to contact you, they can go and visit your website, discoveryourgreatlife.com, and also connect with you on Facebook on your page there, Your Great Life, facebook.com/Your Great Life. Let me gather myself to get some words out for the next one. So, thank you, Jerry.
You're welcome.
Many joyful blessings until
Blessings
the next time. Thank you.
Thanks for letting me share that.
Thank you.